today, of course, is Thursday, and I'm so glad so far for the last 2 weeks, all of my videos have been sent through. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think I finally figured this thing out. Anyway, welcome to the show, guys. What are you guys doing? Okay, listen, there's a few things I want to get straight, and then we're going to get to the show. But number 5 today, we're going to talk about the situation going on at the Lenox Mall there in Atlanta, Georgia. Rest in peace, Reverend Carl Bean. Oh, God, such a legendary man. I'm going to give you some details on this man. And, of course, Kenya and Cynthia fired. They won't be back. Of course, Kandi snitched on the baby daddy. Kandi from Housewives snitched on the baby daddy. And I'll tell you who we'll talk about that. Of course, number 1, everybody's talking about this Tasha K and, of course, this R.Kelly mess that's going down. Boy, I tell you, folks will do anything to become famous, won't they? Let's get it. Okay, now you remember I told you guys that if you leave a comment, I didn't do anything yesterday, but I'm doing something today. If you leave a comment and I like your comment about the show, I will do my best to put into the show the next day. So here are some comments from yesterday. The first comment said, "Hi, this is Harriet Hall." She said, "You're so funny." Thank you, Harriet. I appreciate that. But I want you guys to try to, if you can, comment on what I'm talking about. Thank you. That let me know that you're watching. True Blue Lovin', who's a regular of my show. I love you, True Blue. True Blue Lovin' said, well, this was about, of course, Kirk Franklin's son. True Blue Lovin' said, "Kurt and his son, why would he lie? PT, this does happen to real fathers having sex with their real children, and this is facts. Parents are not always right. We make mistakes, some not as serious as having sex with their own blood relatives or related children. We need to stop and listen to these babies. They cry for help." And this was not easy, but he got it out. And so I love your direction your show is going. No matter what, I will always get some laughter. Peace and much blessings, PT. Oh, True Blue Love, and I am so on you. But let me tell you guys, sometimes when I get into the show, I get into it so fast that I'll just be just like be wanting to get it out, that I just could, say things that I really think you might misunderstand me, because trust me, I strongly believe that Kirk Franklin did something to his son. I really believe that. Now, I guess we won't really know, really. We really won't know, but you're right, we do need to listen to the kids. Thank you for leaving that comment. And the next comment came from Jocelyn. It was about Jocelyn. This was Celeste, and here is her comment. She was talking about the situation yesterday when when Lou Nels was telling everybody about, doing these drugs. And, of course, Jocelyn made a comment. And, of course, Celeste made a comment. And Celeste says Jocelyn was out of pocket. What she said about Lou Nel was right about these drug dealers out here selling drugs with fentanyl in it. It's taking people out of there. It's taking people out of here. So where did Lou Nel lie? It's the truth. That was cruel when Jocelyn spoke of Lou Nel. The audacity. Yes, come on, Celeste. Yes, and Celeste, thank you for leaving your comment as well, and also leaving a donation to my show. All right, did I have another one? Oh yeah, Unicorn Girls. We're going to talk about this one. Fake profile, but Unicorn Girl said, "I'm starting to like you and your entertainment news." Okay, and then they go on to say, "I'm starting to believe that Nawi anymore." So I believe they were trying to say, "I'm starting not to believe that Nawi anymore. Keep up the good work." Well, let me tell you something, Unicorn Girls. Anybody who's watching Nawi, who's in a whole nother country, who has broken English, where you can't understand a damn thing she's saying, and a person who lied about dying, and a person who lied and say that I promised her this and promised her that. If you want to all of a sudden come over here and start watching my show because now you see that I've always been great, not just because you just had something just hit you all of a sudden you like me. I'll tell you what you do. You can go right on back over there to Nawi, you and her, and y'all can have with her broken English and her lies, especially about her death. All right? That's what. Okay, guys, y'all know this is the PT Showbiz Top 5. And, of course, I have the PT's Punch right here. And this is why I go from 5 and work my way down to number 1. And I do have my celebrities who call in from time to time. And, yes, and because of the CDC guidelines, I used to have my celebrities over in the other room, over in the gold room, but girl, one of my celebrities, I can't say their name because I don't want to get sued. They got COVID. I'm sorry, y'all. Why are y'all watching this stupid show? I just spit up all over myself. But it's so sad. It's really sad. We're gonna send up some timber, honey, for one of my celebrity friends. They got COVID. It was in my but I tested negative, but they tested positive. But they're okay now. So because of the CDC guidelines, I can't have anybody in the gold room anymore. So they have to call into the PT Showbiz hotline. Okay. Let's get into this Lenox Mall stuff that's going down in Atlanta. Show the picture of Lenox Mall. Okay, so here's the latest with Lenox Mall. If you guys don't know anything about Lenox Mall, you got to be living up on the rock. Well, Lenox Mall is a very popular mall. They're in Atlanta, Georgia, and it's a nice mall. And the problem is there's been a lot of crime and a lot of things that are going on in and around the mall. And trust me, these people that got money, and I'm going to say white people because it's a lot of black people there in the Lenox Mall area who have a whole lot of coin. It's a lot of folks in Atlanta. It ain't just white folks with money. A lot of black folks got money. So here's the latest according to what I read yesterday, that's going to be happening at the Lenox Mall. It's called Lenox Square Mall, okay? They've got a new policy. Minors. If you come to the mall, you have to be, if you're under 18, you need to be accompanied by an adult while you're on the mall grounds. Okay? Now, according to the Fox News report, the mall's parent company, Simon Property Group, announced this new policy on Wednesday. Now, two 15-year-olds were charged for shooting a guard at the Lenox Mall. 15-year-olds, and y'all already know what color they was. I don't even have to go there. Okay? And so, they also own the upscale Phillips Plaza. Now, if you have never been to Atlanta, the Phillips Plaza is the grander side of the Lenox Mall area. It's across from Lenox Mall, and their new policy began September 21st. Now, the company said that the youth supervision program will require minors to be with an adult age 21 or older after 3 p.m. That's every day on the property. Now, in the statement on Fox, Simon Property Group and Lenox Mall Buckhead community. Now, Lenox Square is committed to providing pleasant and family-friendly shopping environment for all guests. Now, the program is in response to the feedback from the community and community leaders as the center reinforces its commitment to the community to provide a pleasant, family-friendly shopping environment. Now, the mall already has metal detectors as you enter into the mall to beef up the security after several shoppers were shot. How do I feel about this? I think it's awesome. I think it's great. Now, here's going to be the problem right here. The problem is going to be where there's going to be somebody who's not going to want to follow the rules. And they're going to get into it with the security. They ain't going to want to show their eye. That's where the problem going to come in. Because you have a lot of these knucklehead parents who don't give a damn what their kids do. And it's so sad, y'all, because, not even just Lenox Mall, any mall, even where most of us hang out, we got to do better, man. Y'all running around here robbing folks, shooting folks, and y'all wonder why people don't believe in the Black Lives Matter. God darn it, I hate to keep talking about this. But here's a new just in time for the holidays. Yeah, and I keep hearing stuff about people getting robbed at the Lenox Mall. I used to go to the Lenox Mall all the time. It's absolutely sad that we got to get control of this, man. I don't know. I hate to keep saying the world is coming to an end because all this stuff that's going on, because folks been doing stuff for years, all kind of crazy stuff. If you want to say the world is coming to an end, you could have said that when Emmett Till was killed and they had slavery going on. You would have thought the world was coming to an end then. Hello. But I think this is a good thing. I think this is it's worth it, but I believe they're gonna fight against it. Somebody ain't gonna have the ID. Somebody gonna come up there. Well, I didn't know the rules and all that, and it's going, yeah. So we'll see. And I think they need to be prosecuted if they come up there without their parents and they hanging out in the mall. I think they need to be either prosecuted or give them a ticket, and if they catch it back up there again, go to jail. You got to be strict. You just gonna have to put your foot down. Let's move on. Let's talk about Reverend Carl Bean. And I'm happy, hey, and I'm carefree, and I'm gay. I was born this way, and I'm happy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, show the picture of the Reverend Carl Bean. Oh my God. I was so devastated last night when I got the news that Reverend Carl Bean had passed away. Reverend Carl Bean was out of Los Angeles, California. He was a very, very well loved man. He had one of the largest gay churches there in the California area. I'm not for sure if he still had his church, if he still had his church when he died, but he was an American singer and activist, and he did a lot with the HIV and AIDS community. He was an AIDS activist, pretty much is what he was. Now, I'm not for sure what he died from, but his song that he was very well known for was, of course, I Was Born This Way. And Lady Gaga yesterday, she actually sent out a post. She actually sent out a tweet. Lady Gaga, she said, this song inspired me. This is one of the songs that inspired me. And it's one of the biggest hits even till this day. Now, he died September the 7th at the Hospice Center there in Los Angeles, and he was 77 years old. So sad. The Unity Fellowship Church movement is what he had. It was a non-denominational church for the LGBTQ African Americans there in Los Angeles. Now, they said he had a lengthy illness, but they didn't give specifics to what it was. Now, God is, he proclaimed that God is love, and love is for everyone. The Archbishop Bean founded the Unity Fellowship of Church of Christ, Christ Church, in South Los Angeles. Soon after he was ordained as a minister in 1982, 3 years later, he started a minority AIDS project, becoming the face of Black AIDS activism in the city at the time when AIDS was widely viewed as a disease that mostly affected white gay men. For the Black LGBTQ community, he was the voice. The Reverend Elder Russell E. Thornhill said he was the voice that told men who were dying that God loves you for who you are. He was the voice that told men who were living with AIDS and transgender people that nothing will ever separate you from God's love. He was the voice that proclaimed the sacredness of life for transgender men and women, Latino, Black, heterosexual people, for all people. He loved everyone. Now, long before he began delivering his Sunday morning service, Reverend Bean was spreading a message of love through the gospel, through funk and disco. Yes, he had turned to music even after the difficult childhood times that he had in Baltimore. Now, he was sexually abused by his uncle as a young boy and attempted suicide after his foster parents found out he was gay. At the age of 17, he took a Greyhound bus to New York, where he joined this gospel group and eventually sang with the songwriter Alex Bradford. Now, the vehicle out of ghetto for me was the Black gospel, is what he said. Now, in 1977, Archbishop Bean recorded his only hit, I Was Born This Way, an irresistible disco track with a gospel feel that featured strikingly upfront lyrics about being gay. And here were the words. I'm walking through the light in natural's disguise. Yes, you laugh at me and you criticize. Yes, cause I'm happy, I'm carefree, and I'm gay. Yes, ain't no fault. It's fact. I was born this way. And there's so much other stuff to this song. So this is the 10th-year anniversary of the song, actually. So glad to know that I knew this song. Didn't get a chance to know him, but may he rest in peace. And I had to make him a part of the Showbiz Top 5 today. That's, of course, Reverend Carl Bean. If you get a chance, please, God, go and pull up. I'm going to do my best to put the link up for his song in the description below. Please go listen to the song. And if you go and listen to the song, There's so many people that are leaving comments and stuff about, him dying and stuff. And a lot of straight people said, I'm gay, I'm straight, but I love this song and I love this man. This man, he meant so much to everybody. So rest in peace, Reverend Carl. Let's move on. Let's talk about Kenya and Cynthia. You guys know what? They should be right now in the process of filming for the new Housewives of Atlanta. But girl, let me tell you, you won't be on there. According to what I'm reading, media takeout, Kenya and Cynthia they won't be there. They've been fired. I love Kenya, y'all, and I definitely love Cynthia. And I really hate talking about this. Show a picture of these two beautiful women. Well, according to media takeout, they won't be returning to the Housewives of Atlanta. Kenya and Cynthia, I guess they just, I guess it just, time just ran out for them. But I just feel like, to me personally, I feel like the show is coming to an end. You understand what I'm saying? I really feel like it's coming to an end. When Phaedra was no longer there, I love Phaedra. I like them all pretty much. Yeah, except one. I won't say her name. But so they've been fired. They won't be coming back for next season. Now they confirmed it. They decided to go other directions this season. Cynthia Bailey also has been let go. Now next season's cast has not been set. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. It's going to be really hard. We're so used to seeing these people. We've been seeing these ladies, and they've been in our lives for over 10 years, I believe. Now, of course, Bravo is currently wrapping up filming the Atlanta Housewives spin-off show for Kandi and, of course, Portia, which will be who they also will be returning to the Housewives of Atlanta. Of course, Portia's going to be returning the child because she got her new man. Yeah, Portia's definitely going to be returning, and of course, Kandi as well. Kandi has a storyline too, so they'll both be back. Now, the insider explained that so far, only people that are coming back again will be Portia and Kandi, and we'll build a whole entire new cast around them. Man, I tell you. Now, and the news of Cynthia and Kenya firing must have gotten to Kenya because she changed her social media profile pages to remove Atlanta Housewives from her description. She also unfollowed Andy and removed happy birthday posts that she sent him earlier this year. Well, had a horrible day, and this happened. I tell you. That's what Kenya said on her thing. So listen, life goes on. Either Andy it's gonna be a flop, or it's gonna be a failure flop, or it's gonna be right. It's gonna be a failure flop, or it's going to be right. Now either Andy gonna get it right or gonna get it wrong. Nothing lasts forever. Nothing lasts forever. I think the women need to start their own stuff. What about empowering black women? My message to Kenya and Cynthia: start your own housewives. They got the money. They can trust me. They can do it. Somebody will pick them up, and I promise you, if they start their own, they got a lot of support, and the people will watch them. And you know what? Y'all might not believe this. Bring everybody back. Nene, bring the whole original cast back. You just won't have you won't have, of course, Kandi and Portia. I think it's a good idea. So what do you guys think? Leave a comment below. Let's talk about Kandi, who snitched on Kandi. And I'm going to let you guys hear this audio because I'm scared to play the video because I don't want to get flagged. And so far, I've been doing good. So I'm going to let you guys hear what Kandi's baby daddy said why he stopped paying child support to Kandi's daughter named Riley. I'm going to let you guys hear this, and we'll talk about it when I get back.
How do you deal with your personal life being on TV, Block?
Well, I'm tricked to be on that TV show. Because it's like this, and I'm gonna speak on this, like when I was dealing with Kandi, I already had a family. So that I had a daughter inside of that.
Yeah.
Then when you go behind my back, when you call my girl at home and tell her you pregnant, you got to handle that beef yourself. So now my girl at home said, "Bitch, fuck you. You ain't coming here." So now I'm caught up in the beef of, cause what's right is I'm gonna take care of my kid if that's my responsibility.
Yeah.
But if you choose to keep your kid over there and don't bring him over here, then that's you. Because one thing about me, I'm not gonna chase you at all.
Yeah.
Now, if you want me to put a check in the mail to do that, I did that for 14 years.
Yeah.
And when Riley turned 14, her mom was like, listen, I'm gonna let you handle that a little bit. Y'all got a relationship, y'all handle your business. Now, if she was raised up hearing y'all beefing with me, and she wanna keep her relationship to herself,
I understood that or not. But here's a picture of Kandi again. I'm gonna try my best to show the picture of Block, her baby daddy. This will be the daughter that he has by her, which is that one child. And so, of course, Kandi, she supposedly told the wife, because he was already in a relationship. He had 4 kids with this other lady. I think he has 5 total now. Boy, I tell you, life. So eventually, it went behind his back, and of course, told his wife about Riley, which the daughter, she's 18 now, and then like he said, things just went left. When you cheat and you have these relationships without, that's not supposed to happen, and you cheat and you go around and do things like that, things happen. These things happen, and when these things happen, you just have to deal with it. Now, he said that he did went ahead on and paid the child support, which is only the right thing to do. He didn't have a choice. But what he has to understand is that, when you cheat on your wife or the woman cheats on her husband, it brings up drama and it brings up mess, and these things happen. So we're just did they ever put that in the show? I don't even know if they put that in the storyline or not. But anyway, kudos to them three. I'm sure things are better now. And like he said, his children live with him now, and of course they all good now. But these things happen. Let's move on. Let's talk about this Tasha K and the R.Kelly mess. This will be the first time I've ever, I do believe, talked about Tasha K. So if you don't know who Tasha K is, I don't like promoting other folks' YouTube channels, but here she is right here. This will be Tasha K. Boy, I tell you, it's a lot going on with Tasha K. Let me tell y'all something about some of these bloggers. Some of these bloggers go to extreme. Some of them almost get themselves in trouble just to get the tea, just to get the latest. Some do the most, some pay for interviews. Some people lie and cheat, then they go through the back way to get information on certain people and stuff like that. It's just what some people do. Would I ever do it? Well, I'm not going to lie, and I'm not going to be too vicious to try to get the dirt and the scoop. If I get it, I get it. Speaking of the dirt and the scoop, if you want to send me something, comedianpt@yahoo.com, please send it to me. So FBI investigators, they are investigating, they're trying to find out how did Tasha K leak this information about R.Kelly. Now, the federal authorities are investigating whether a former employee of the Bureau of Prisons, which is called BOP, I don't know what that is because I've never been to prison, leaked information about the incarcerated singer R.Kelly to, of course, Tasha K. Now, Kelly was arrested 2 years ago in Chicago, y'all know that, and was extradited to New York to stand trial for racketeering and sex trafficking charges. And he's going to be going down for a long time. I'm going to go ahead and just say that. Now, of course, according to the BOP, that's Bureau of Prisons, the records the employee accused R. Kelly's files the employee accessed R. Kelly files on a computer server 153 times in 2019. Now, the employee had no authority to read the records. And they do. The prosecutors asked a judge for permission to subpoena the employee's computer after the YouTube vlogger Tasha K reported the information only a prison employee would know. Now, in the affidavit, which was unsealed in federal court in Chicago on August 18th, the employee is identified as only Officer A. Now, Kelly is identified as an inmate A and a nationally recognized celebrity whose criminal name has received media attention. Now, according to Chicago Times, Joseph Fitzpatrick, a spokesman for the U.S. Attorney John Losh, confirmed that the inmate A is, of course, R.Kelly. Now, the employee accessed records pertaining to Kelly while he was an inmate at Chicago's Metropolitan Correctional Center, the MCC, in 2019. Now, the employee worked at the Thomas Correctional Center from May 2019 until December 2019. Now, when she retired, according to the affidavit. Now, the BOP records show that the officer in question used the BOP password to access Kelly's records. This between the dates of July 15, 2019 and, of course, December 12, 2019. Now, even though the officer was not assigned to the MCC and was not authorized to access them, and in a total of 60 BOP employees accessed Kelly's records from July 15 to 2019. Girl, this is a lot of mess. But the officer in question accessed the records 153 times. Natasha K, whose real name is Latasha Kibi, who's 39, she does have a popular Instagram blog and a YouTube channel called Unwind with Tasha K. Now, her last known address, of course, is Atlanta, Georgia. Now, Tasha K reported information about R. Kelly's known only to the BOP employees, such as an inmate, visitation logs, emails, funds, and affidavit. Tasha K's Instagram and YouTube channel was monitored by the federal agents after she published Kelly's visitation list and revealed a date on December the 5th, 2019 at 8:07 a.m. and January 12th, 2020 on an Instagram post. Now, the agent wrote that the BOP records showed the employee accessed Kelly's records at the same time other BOP employees accessed the records at other times of the day that the agent wrote. Now, employees also sent an email from the official BOP email address to Gmail address on the November 13, 2019, and attached 12-page document that contained Kelly's visitor records and money logs, according to the affidavit. Now, of course, Tasha K reported some of the details in the email attachment on December the 22nd, 2019, in a YouTube video. No charges as of yet have been filed against Tasha K. Listen, if you're out there to get it, I say get it. But listen, when you get to messing with this FBI and the federal investigators and all these kind of people, like, you look forward to them looking up your throat, looking up your back, and coming up on your side. Am I mad at Tasha K? No. If that's what she wants to do, go for it. But, you know, I'm sure that video got a lot of hits. I'm sure that video got a lot of hits, you know. But, you know, listen. I don't care what kind of records y'all try to find and try to get on R. Kelly. Let me tell y'all something. You don't have to search for R. Kelly's records. R. Kelly going to prison for a long time. Unless God intervene, he going to prison for a long time. You can bet that, okay? All right, guys. Well, I'm PT with all the latest gossip and entertainment news. Don't forget my girl Lunell. She's going to be on the road soon. You can go to heylunell.com for more information. And, and so make sure you go to her Instagram as well. And I do have an Instagram. My Instagram is called ptsshow5, as well as my Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter as well. All right, I love you guys. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you guys.